EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Cincinnati Bengals. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
And there's a typical run by Josh Jacobs, one where as a defender, you have to make a decision about how you approach him because he's awfully physical with the ball in his hands. 12 touchdowns on the ground last year after 7 as a rookie, and he was a 1,000-yard rusher in each of his first 2 seasons. Wouldn't surprise me with enough touches, he can easily crack the 1,500-yard mark.
DJ Reader there on the tackle. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air. And that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Here we go. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. On 3rd and 1, Burrow. This goes out wide from Mixon. Gets through and now an opening. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now Burrow. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Here's a give to Mixon. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Now it's second and 9. Now they go play action now. Burrow rolling to his left. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, second and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
A first down and more for Jacobs. The 40. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Josh Jacobs, boy, I tell you, he is a complete package. The power that he has to run through you, and then he's also got the speed to run away from you, as we saw there. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And some room to work. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter.
And as you saw right there, this is a guy with pretty good speed for a tight end. Nice job there, catching the short throw and turning it upfield. He can also be a weapon downfield as well.
From midfield now, Burrow. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught. It's Uzomah. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 34-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 34. A handoff to Mixon. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Bengals.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Letting one go deep for the end zone. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter.
Kevin McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
At the 21-yard line.
Now a play fake. Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the second time. It's a 54-yard punt with a return of 11. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
14, Raiders 7. Kevin McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
At the 27-yard line.
2nd and 7. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Being chased out left. And he's taken down. Trying to do a little too much. Getting outside of the pocket. And it results in a sack. Trey Hendrickson in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Carr and the Raiders following the sack. Looking up at a 3rd and long.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Shotgun now for Carr. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
This is fielded at the 27. 51 yards on the punt there. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10.
At their own 34-yard line. Here you go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And their last 2 drives both ending in touchdowns. It's gotten them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now.
Looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Ricardo Allen, the safety, makes the stop. 2nd down and 7.
27-yard line.
Push him back. Watch the safety creep. Who's right, chief?
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
The ball carrier.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Hey, we're good.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Carr keeps it on the sneak.
But when you do call quarterback sneak, you don't mind if your quarterback's a little bit on the vertically challenged side, do you? Because he's just going to hide behind his big guys up front and be able to surge forward and pick up the 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
24 is the mic.
Carr now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
24 is the mic.
Now Carr. Flush to his right. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
On 2nd and goal. Carr dancing to his left. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line.
A 5-yard loss sets up 3rd down and goal.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Daniel Carlson on for the field goal. A 26-yard attempt.
Carlson able to put this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Mixon will get it to start the second half. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Rolling to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
To throw again on second down. Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
4th and goal, and down by a touchdown. The offense stays on the field. Burrow going for it on 4th. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory. Down at the 33. Now Joe Mixon. And he will lose yardage back to the 34. Line.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 34-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. And the Raiders pick it up. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On play action, now Carr. Steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And that will be incomplete, so it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get him the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away, and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And this will be taken at the 13. And he'll be out right at the 35. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
First down, Cincinnati.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Here's Chris Jones now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And Marquell Lee with a stop defensively.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Once again, it's Jacobs. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Here's Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bengals drive about to get going. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They'll run on first down. Mixon, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Burrow. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Mixon. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Burrow on play action. Sliding out of the pocket. To the right side, complete to Miller. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
Raiders 10.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Their own 14-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And the offense does cover this one, but back inside their own 5-yard line. So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long.
Switch up, switch up. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. He's tight.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
57's the Mike.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. Lets this go for Renfro downfield. And, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Carr, got to have this one. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
2nd and 10. Carr going to throw. Flushed out right. And his throw is incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Throwing his car on third down. Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Trey Hendrickson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a fourth down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Carr to throw for it on fourth down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Buying time to his left. Open man is Chase, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 98 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll run here with Mixon. They find some open field here. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
A gain of 16 yards. First down.
Play action. It's Burrow. Steps away. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And he's got it up over.